Hi, Ume.
Yes, hello. I think I'm audible.
I'm not able to hear you.
Yes, ma'am. Uh,
One
can you hear me
joined.
now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Is there any disturbance from my side of the audio?
No, it's clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, no one joined it. How
Uh,
many were there in English? Monday.
there were only 4.
Okay, then we can expect some today.
Yeah,
Uh,
hopefully.
yeah.
They
Okay.
mostly join by around like 8 only. So like we have to like
Oh, is it?
wait.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, we used to get like 6:30. We used to get like 6:10 and all. No?
exactly.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm late today.
No.
Okay.
Even I was about to message you that ma'am,
Mhm.
today you're taking the master class and stuff. I was like, because mostly you join earlier, so
Yeah, I had one call with student, so I was discussing,
yeah.
and then I suddenly realized, okay, it's already 7:55.
It's all right.
And this one more thing, that discard you have shared,
Yes, ma'am.
So I just checked it today because I could not open in my mobile, and I checked it in laptop today.
Okay.
So, once the student post, question order, we'll be able to see right there in
Yes,
the
ma'am.
main page itself.
Yes. Like
Okay.
so they mostly two of the channels, like the first 2 channels where it's only for announcement, only me and Siddhant can post.
Oh,
But then in the
okay.
other channels like SAT counseling preparation or like preparation channels, anyone can post. So when they post,
Oh,
like faculties have the permission to comment as well on the questions if they want to.
is it? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a city counseling preparation channel,
Yes.
right? Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So I'll check it out. Today I joined there.
Yeah. It's all right.
Okay, let's wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll just message Pathak once and ask him like why students haven't joined yet.
Yeah. I think it's better idea to ask him. Last week, students joined around almost 7th, I mean 8:30, no, after half an hour and
Yeah.
all.
Yes, exactly.
Murtaza.
Hmm.
I
Right.
remember one Murtaza from India, like, I don't know, India, when we were conducting MC for Indian students.
Mm-hmm.
There used to be a guy called Murtaza.
Like last time I had told Pathak to like send the link way before because Pathak tells them to join by around 8 and I was like, you can tell them to join by around like 7:45 because
Huh,
they have doubts
true.
and stuff. So yeah.
Huh.
Besides they join anyway late, like anyway they're 15-20 minutes late. So they miss out
Hmm.
on the main parts of the
Last time, only Shantanu, understood. I don't think
yeah,
the other two, got benefit out of it.
exactly.
Hmm. Let's talk to him
And
because,
ma'am, you're
hmm.
comfortable with me allowing the participants to talk, right? Like most of
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually better than because for me, too many tabs will be there. One, I'll be monitoring chat box and the video I'll be looking at. Uh,
Yeah.
so it will be difficult, to monitor chat box and all the things. So
Right.
it's better if we have less number of students if they speak.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Hi, Ahmad Atif. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Am I audible to you, Ahmed?
Yes, you are audible.
All right. So, Ahmed, you're a student or are you a parent?
I'm a student.
Oh, okay. So, basically, first of all, welcome. And could you let me know something about yourself, which grade you're in, since you've joined first today? So,
Yeah, my
yeah.
name is my full name is Ahmad Atif MC. I'm studying 12th standard for science.
All right. You're studying in which standard?
12th.
Okay, all right. So, Ahmed, since you're already in 12th and you must be looking forward for your career, any particular field or particular college that you've decided you want to study abroad? in?
Yeah, I have actually decided to study in US, well,
Okay.
especially in Harvard medical schools like this.
All right.
So I am actually planning for abroad study after my third. So I am basically looking on US institutes.
Okay. So, Ahmed, before we, talk about US universities, first of all, I would like to say you can ask any questions you have at all about US admissions or about SETs, and we'll be there to help you. You can ask right now, and I can answer the questions. Meanwhile, till you, gather up your questions and stuff, you do know a brief idea about SET, right? Since you're planning on studying abroad.
Yeah. I have a brief idea,
Okay.
but in here the information are limited, and my most of the information I gathered from the online.
Okay.
Here in India, especially in my area, there is no one to tell about more about
Okay.
SAT.
All right. So let me explain a little bit about SET. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So basically, Ahmed, SATs are given for studying abroad, but it's not a compulsory exam. All right. But then still we encourage our students to give SAT because it helps in, your admission process as well. Specifically, if you're looking for colleges like Harvard or if you want to get into top colleges of the US, you will require SAT scores that help you further with your admission process. SET is, of course, for 1600 marks, and 800 is for math, and the other 800 is for English. And SETs are just in these two subjects. And in math, I think today, ma'am, in our masterclass, will be able to explain further on what the exact syllabus of math will be. But overall, I would like to say that SET does help. And if you're planning for universities like Harvard, or let's say universities like Stanford, or any of the Ivy League colleges, then you have to aim for at least a score of 1500 to 1500 plus out of 1600, because first of all, US universities are very competitive and they would require a higher score in SET. And also US universities do look at students profile overall as well, Ahmed. So I think if you would want to know more about how US admissions work, I can tell you that as well. But yeah, this is the brief about SETs. Though they are optional, it is still better to write them, and you would require a very high score, like at least a score of 1500 to get admissions into Harvard. I hope that helped.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And, I have a doubt that did my 12th, 12th, 10th, and 11th mark
Yeah.
is waiting? Give any
Right.
weightage to the SAT?
No, it doesn't matter for SET. You can give SET anytime, like anytime, as in whenever the SET tests are there. It does not affect your SET scores. But your 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, these four standards, these grades will be considered for your admissions abroad. So basically, there is this thing called a GPA, that's like grade point assessment system. So a GPA is basically about how much you've scored in 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th, and the university takes the average of those percentages. And it's considered that you should have a high score or high percentage in 9th, 10th, and 11th, 12th, so that your GPA is higher, because it helps in admission process. I hope I answered that.
Yes, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. And just once again, I'm going to get back to you. Palak, you've joined. Hi, Palak. How are you doing? You can talk to us.
Hi, this is this is Palak's father.
All right. All right. So welcome. And thank you so much for joining in. We've just been discussing about SETs and admissions abroad. So if there are any doubts at all that you would like to ask about admissions or SETs before we start our masterclass, we could help you with some of your questions if you have any.
Yeah, actually, my purpose to join this to score maximum in SAT.
All right.
I'm looking help for Palak to score in SAT.
Okay. So I if I must say, then you've come to the right place, because today in our masterclass, we'll be giving you a glimpse of how we teach math to our students. And in SETs, math is actually very important, and it's quite tough to actually score high in SETs if you're looking for a score of maybe say 1500 plus. So I think today our faculty can help you with that. And if you keep if you've joined in, then we'll start in about like 1 or 2 minutes. Yeah. And you'll be able to see how we can help you further and how we can help Palak further.
Sure, sure.
Yes. And Ahmed, was there any other doubt you would like to ask? Or we could
No.
Okay.
It's clear.
All right. So let's start the session. I think Sangeeta ma'am, we could move to the introduction slide. Yes. So welcome for our math masterclass today. And today we have Sangeeta ma'am with us. She has more than 5 years of experience in teaching SETs and has taught around 5,000 students globally and have helped them achieve the perfect score of 800. She has more than a decade of experience in education and has worked with most of the leading education companies. She has experience across all exams, whether it be SAT, GRE, GMAT, and many more. At Leap Scholar, she's a trainer for SAT Math. And right from building your basics to your major concepts, Sangeeta ma'am here is going to help you get a perfect score of 800. Having said that, I welcome you, ma'am, and hope you all have a lovely session with us.
Thank you so much, Umay. Thanks for your introduction. Hi, Ahmed. Hi, Palak. Hi, sir. I just heard your father, Palak's father. Umay,
Hi,
are
hi,
you able to
hi,
see
ma'am.
me?
No,
Hello,
ma'am,
sir.
you are not
Okay.
visible.
There's some issue with the video. I'll just.
Yeah. And also Bhagya has joined. Hey there, Bhagya.
Hello, Bhagya.
Hello.
All right. So Bhagya, we've just started. You're right on time. So we've just started with our masterclass. I think ma'am, we're still not able to see you.
Yeah, there's some issue. Okay, it's fine. I'll continue. I think there's some technical issue. Okay, so hello everyone. Good evening. This is Sangeeta. Today we are going to discuss about SAT Math and what you can expect, or the syllabus of SAT Math is what I'm going to discuss first, and then I have taken a very important topic of SAT. It is like, minimum you can expect 3 to 4 questions from this particular topic alone. Okay, so I have taken that and we'll discuss one by one. Before that, let me tell you what is the plan for the day. So first, I'm going to take you through the exam structure, since many of you are asking about what will be there in the SAT exam. Then I'm going to discuss about quickly the exam dates of 2022 SAT. And there is a quiz time. So all of you, Ahmed, Bhagya, and sir, is Palak with you?
No, Palak have class, so she could
Okay.
not join. But by the way, I join on behalf of her.
Okay, no problem, sir. Ahmed and Bhagya, I hope you both have pen and paper with you, because we are going to work on some awesome questions. Okay, so if you don't have one, please get it one, pen and paper, keep it ready. So first we have a quiz time. It is going to help you to understand the topic which we are discussing. It's like a warm-up exercise we are doing. Okay, and then the topic of today's is all about the lines on the plane. It's a coordinate geometry topic, and as I said earlier, so one of the very important topic which they keep asking, frequently asking the questions from this topic. So then after that, Uma is going to give the course details, and please stay tuned till the end. We have a surprise. This surprise is very important if you are appearing for SAT exam. Okay, so please stay tuned. You will come to know what is the surprise. Now, without much delay, let me take you through the exam structure. So in SAT,
I'm so sorry to intrude. There is one more attendee. Malvika has just joined, just to let you know.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Ume. Hi, Malvika. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
So Malvika, just now we started. I am starting the session with explaining the exam structure. Okay, so in SAT mainly we have 2 subjects. One is English, another one is math. You start your test with English only. So there is no option that you can start English or math. So it has to be English. That too in English, you start with reading, and it is going to be 65 minutes long. This is the longest section in SAT. and you will have 52 multiple choice question, and questions in reading will be based on reading comprehension. Okay, then you will move on to the second section. Before that, they are going to give you 10 minutes of break. After the first section, you get a break of 10 minutes. Then you start the second section, which is again English, writing and language. Okay, so which is going to be 35 minutes long, and you will have 44 multiple choice questions. Okay, now after finishing second section, third section, you will start with math. That is when you start math, which is called no calculator, means you're not supposed to use any calculator. Okay, this is going to be 25 minutes long, and you will have 20 questions. If you observe here, I have written 15 multiple choice, 5 grid in. So can any one of you tell me, Ahmed or Malvika or Bhagya, what are grid in questions? Any one of you know what are grid in? You can type in also. You can unmute and talk, or you can type in if you know. Otherwise, if you don't know, you can say you don't know. It's fine. Where we have to fill in the actual answer. Malvika, very good, Malvika. So gridding questions are the question where you don't find any options. Multiple choice means you will have 4 different options, A to D. Gridding means you will not have any options. So you will have to enter your answer in the given box. There will be a box like this. You have to enter your answer there. So like that, you will have 5 questions. Once you finish the third section, again, you get a break of 5 minutes. Okay, and then you will move on to the last section of SAT, which is calculator. So it means you can use calculator for this section, which is 55 minutes long. And of course, you will have more number of questions, 30 multiple choice, 8 grid-in questions. Okay, so this is how the exam structure of SAT. So total exam, if you calculate, it is going to be 3 hours, 15 minutes, where 15 minutes is the break, inclusive of break. Okay, so whenever you take any mock test, whenever you're practicing, you should always practice this sitting of 3 hours and giving all the section in one go. Okay, that is one first good habit I want to just clarify here. Okay, now coming to the SAT test date. Before that, I would like to talk about syllabus of SAT. So you don't have to worry about syllabus of SAT, because most of the topics you guys are already familiar with. That is, whatever you have studied till 10th grade, your algebra topics like linear equation, quadratic equation, inequalities. So all those topics are tested. Then your arithmetic topics like percentages, averages, ratio, proportions. So all these topics you are already familiar with. Geometry, even trigonometry will they ask, but it is very basic. Trigonometric, ratio based questions will be coming. Okay, so if you are not familiar with any of these topics, you don't have to worry. Here at Leap Scholar, we start our class with basics. We teach the basics. Okay, then we'll move on to the SAT level question from that particular topic. Okay, so that's how the classes are designed. So what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to worry about syllabus of SAT, because most of the topics you're already familiar with. It's all about the approaches and the concepts which they are testing in SAT. That is what you have to learn. Okay, now this is about exam structure and syllabus. If you guys have any doubts, you can unmute and ask me, or you can put it in the chat box also. I'll parallelly look at the chat box and I'll be answering. Any doubts you guys have about the exam structure or something? Okay, I assume no. Let's go to the test dates. So in a year, this 2022, there are 5 times SAT is going to happen on these dates. Already March and May got over. So the next test is on August 27th. After that, we have one in October, and then last one is in December 3rd. So where we have to go and register for these tests? Yeah. Anyone know what is the website or who are the official owners of SAT?
College Board.
Yes, so it is College Board. So you all have to go to College Board website to register your test. Okay, and there is a fee for it, which is going to be $104. So you have to pay the fee and fill the required details, and then you can register for the test dates. Okay, if you're planning for August, October, or December, that way. Okay, so this is about upcoming SAT test dates. Now it's the test quiz time. Okay, hope Malvika and Bhagya and Ahmed ready with the pen and paper.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
I'm going to do is, I'm going to give you some questions now, and these are very basic questions. As I said earlier, it is a warm-up exercise. Okay, I'll give you a timer. You have to solve it and post your answer in the chat box. When you're replying, please reply to host and panelist so that others will not see the answer because they will also be trying. No? So that's the reason. Okay, and then I will discuss, then we'll move on to the topic, main topic. Okay, so here is the quiz. Yeah, there are 3 questions I have given, very basic questions. Okay, please answer it. I'll give you some 30 seconds. You have 30 seconds to answer. Okay, there's one more student here, Libish. Hi, Libish. Libish, you can type in the chat box also if you want to discuss anything. We just started. Please solve these 3 questions, which are very basic question on lines on the planes. It's okay, Libish, you can type in the chat box. Okay. So try these 3 questions, which are basic questions of lines on the plane. Okay, I'm expecting some answers now. Bhagya, Malvika, Ahmed, write your answers. Libish, you can write it. Type in the chat box if you get the answer. Yes. Okay, I'm not seeing any answers. It's already time up. Okay, let me explain. It's okay. If you don't know, it's fine. Let me explain. Before that, I would like to tell you one more thing. In SAT, there is no penalty for the wrong answers, guys. Means if you have options and you don't know how to answer, you can guess it. Okay, can you all please guess it and type in the chat box? First question, you have options. Second question also you have option. I mean, yeah, you can just compare and tell me. And the third question also, you guys have options. So all of you, if you don't know, guess it and mark, or guess it and write it in the chat box. Yes, quickly. Okay, Malvika is writing. Good. Others. Ahmed. Bhagya. Okay, Bhagya is also typing in. Ahmed, I don't see your messages. It's okay. If it is wrong, that's fine. Nothing, you don't have to worry. You don't have to get scared. Okay. So Malvika typed in the new answer. Okay. Okay. Let me explain now. All of you pay attention. It's very simple. If you want to learn the plane, about the lines on the plane, these are the basic things which you need to know. Okay. So let me explain one by one. So first question is talking about the concept called slope. You know what is slope? Can anyone tell me what is slope? Type in quickly in the chat box. What is slope? Slope of a line. What is mean by slope of a line? In XY plane, X is a horizontal line, Y is a vertical line. If I take any line on the plane, so finding the inclination of the line. So slope is nothing but you can call it as inclination. Okay, inclination of the line is called slope in simple words. Okay, so how do we actually find out slope of a line? Means there is a formula. Okay, let me just quickly tell you the formula. What is the formula? Y2 minus Y1 divided by X2 minus X1. What is this Y2 and Y1 is? Basically, if I take 2 points on the line, any 2 points I can take. Okay, if I take any 2 points, so usually we represent points on the plane with the coordinates x1, y1. Let's say second point is x2, y2. Okay, so I'll draw here. If there is a line like this, you have taken 2 points like this. Okay, so this is x2, y2, and this is x1, y1. Okay, so now if you see this one, this is the change in x-axis, and this is the change in y-axis. How do you find out change in y-axis? By subtracting the y coordinates of the 2 points. How do you find out change in x-axis? By subtracting the x coordinate of the points, where x-axis is horizontal, y-axis is vertical. Okay, so in other way, you can define change in y with respect to change in x. Or in simple way, if you want to define rise, that is rise over run. So you can also define slope as rise over run. Okay, so these are all the different forms you can define slope. Hope all of you clear about it. Now let's answer the question. So slope of 2 means change in y divided by change in x is 2. That is 2 can be written as 2 by 1, means change in y is 2, change in x is 1. So let us look at the options which is telling this. If I see the first option, the x value increases by 2. Is that true? No, the x value is increasing by 1 here. The first option is not correct. I don't read the next part at all. Second one, the y value is increases by 2 units for every 1 unit change in x value. Yes, that is correct. If you observe, every change in 2 units of y, there is a 1 change in x. That's what this ratio is also talking about. So my answer will be B. So knowing slope in detail is going to help you, like the definition. Okay, first answer is B. Whoever given the B, very good. So now talking about one more very important thing is identifying the slope. It is very simple. How do I identify slopes? I mean positive slope and there is negative slope. Okay, very simple. If I want to identify positive slope, read the line from left to right. How? Left to right. If you read the line left to right, if it is looking like it is increasing, okay, then that is a positive slope. When you are reading from left to right, if it is in decreasing order, then that is going to be a negative slope. Now you all can identify what is positive slope in these two. First one or the second one? Tell me, all of you, which is a positive slope now? First one or second one? Type in quickly. Yes, Ahmed, it is first one. Always read the line left to right, increasing positive, decreasing negative. Okay, just that simple. Now coming to the third one. So we discussed about line which is increasing and decreasing. There is one more line which will be parallel to x-axis. Okay, and this line we call it as y is equal to b line, because this line will have slope 0. Okay, the third question is asking that only. A line in xy plane has slope of 0. Which of the following could be an equation of the line? If any line is having slope 0 means it will be parallel to x-axis. Make a note of this. It will be parallel to x-axis, and we call that as y is equal to b. Why we call it y is equal to b means equation of a line. Any line on the plane you represent with the equation y is equal to mx plus b. This is equation of a line. Okay, so now what is m here? M represent slope. What is b here? B represent y-intercept. Y-intercept means where exactly the line is cutting the y-axis. Okay, if I take this line, see here it is cutting the y-axis. This is called y-intercept. Okay, so now in this case slope is 0. So this entire thing will become 0. So the line will be called as y is equal to b, where b is the point where the line is passing through. So if I look at the options, only one option is like that, which is in y is equal to b form, that is option B. So the right answer for the third question is option B. So please remember, equation of a line is y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope, b is the y-intercept, because these are the basics mainly you need to know. There are some other things, but mainly these are the things you need to know to answer SAT level question. These are very basic questions which I have taken. Hope it is clear to everyone. Any doubts you can type in. If you want me to explain anything out of these 3 questions, you can type in. or else we'll go with the SAT level questions. I have taken questions from some old question paper so that you will come to know what level of question I can expect from this topic. Any doubts? No? Okay, that's great. Let's go to the question, all about the lines on the plane. And these are the questions I have taken from the previous year question paper, guys. Okay, so, okay, Ahmad, very good. You don't have any doubts. That's nice. So here is your first question. I'm going to give you some 40 seconds to answer this question. Go through it, type in your answer in the chat box. After 40 seconds, I'll explain what is the right answer, and I'll explain also why that is the right answer. Read the question carefully. If you get the answer, please type in the chat box. Reply to host and panelists. So convert this statement into equation, you will get the answer. Okay, I'm sorry. Y is 3 more than half of X. This is what you need to convert into equation. Any answers? You can always guess. I told you, no penalty for wrong answers. You can guess it. Bhagya, Malvika, what do you guys? Okay, Bhagya got the answer. Okay, Bhagya, you're right. Very good. Malvika and Ahmed. Time is running. Okay, it's time up. Before I announce the answer, I would like to take help one of you, Ahmed or Malvika. Ahmed, can you help me with this? You can unmute, Ahmed. You can unmute and talk.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Ahmed, they're asking a line which represent this equation. First, let us convert this into equation.
Yes, ma'am.
So y is means what? What I should write it as mathematically? Equal to 3 more means
3 plus
3 plus half of X can be written as
X by 2.
Yes, X by 2 or 1 by 2 into X. So it is in the form of equation of a line y is equal to mx plus b, correct, Ahmed?
Yes,
so what is b, Ahmed? What is b represents?
3 means
3. It means what? B is a y-intercept. You remember?
Yeah.
Means the line is cutting the y-axis at 3. So with this information, I can eliminate few options. Which options I can eliminate?
1.
Yeah, 1 can be. 2 is cutting at 3, so I don't. 3 is also cutting at 3, I don't. And this one also 3. Okay, fine. Now, what is the slope, Ahmed? Is it a positive slope or negative slope? 1 by 2 is?
A positive slope.
So which option I can eliminate? Is there any negative slope line you see?
Yeah, 4th one.
Yeah, very good. So 4th one. Now between 2 and 3, you have to select your answer. So what do you think? Which can be your answer?
2, ma'am.
Why do you think it is 2?
Because it's showing 3 and y is half.
3 units. Run
3.
Run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? So
Yes.
rise over run is 3 by 6, which is 1.
1 by.
Yes. Yes, very good. Or else there is one more logic also you guys can apply here. You don't have to find out the slope value at all. If you see this is rise or change in y with respect to change in x is 1/2. Y is less and x is more, correct? If y is less and x is more in positive slope, the line will be closer to, I mean, it is more inclined to x axis. In these two options, if you see, which option is more inclined to x axis, Ahmed? It is the second. Yeah, second option. So if y is less and x is more, then the line will be inclined to more inclined to x axis. Otherwise, if y is more and x is less, it is vice versa. It will more incline to y axis when the slope is positive. So by looking at the shape or the inclination of the line, you can decide. Okay. So that's another way of doing it, or faster way of doing it. Hope it is clear, Bhagya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, there's another question now. Wordy question also can come under this chapter. Okay, such wordy question I have here. So again, I'm going to give you some 40 seconds. If you understood the definition of slope, you can answer this question correctly. So please go through all of you and let me know. So type in your answer in the chat box. Okay, there's one more student also joined. Hi, Nazar. How are you? Nazar, you can type in the chat box if you're able to hear me. We just started, we just finished with the basics. Recall the equation of a line, identify what is slope, recall the definition of slope, then you can easily answer the question. Nazar, okay, no, Nazar. Nazar, when you are replying, you reply to host and panelists, okay, so that I can confirm your answer. But it is wrong. Check it again. Yes, Maldika, Bhagya, Ahmad, Nazar, check it again. Okay, time up. Guess one and put it in the chat box. Guess one, all of you. Time up. Okay, Ahmad, Bhagya. Okay. Okay, Ahmad, you are right. Bhagya, you got it wrong. What about Malvika? What's your guess? If you have not solved, what's your guess? Malvika, you're there? Okay, so let's solve it. So what is the equation of a line we discussed just now? That is y is equal to mx plus b, correct? Y is equal to mx plus b is the equation of a line we discussed. So what is m here? M is the slope, b is the y-intercept. Okay, so now in this question, I have a linear equation which is in this form only, which is 44x plus 500. Whenever you get a wordy question, it is very important to understand the variable, meaning of variable here. If you read the question, you can easily identify y is representing income. Okay, y is representing income and x is representing average customer rating. Average customer rating. Okay, what is the slope definition? Slope definition is change in y with respect to change in x. What is the slope I have given here in the question? 44 means 44 by 1. Change in y is 44 units. Change in x is 1 unit. How do I change? How do I define this in terms of the given terms? That is 44 is representing what? Income or average customer rating. It is representing y. Y is what? Income. So 44 is representing the income. And 1 is representing what? X. X is nothing but what? Average customer rating. Okay. So look at the options where it is saying increase in the income will be 44 when the average customer rating is 1. Which statement is saying this? That is going to be your answer. Look at the option. Which option is saying like that? First option, it is saying for every increase, 44 in the average customer. So first of all, 44 is not average customer rating. It is an income. So here only I can cancel out the answer. For every increase of 1 in the average customer rating, this is correct. The estimated increase in income is 544, which is wrong. Okay. Because it is increasing by 44. For 1, it is increasing by 44. For every increase in 1, it is increasing saying 500. No, then it has to be D, saying that increase 1 in the average customer rating, estimated increase income is 44. So that's why I told, yes, Nazar, you are right now. So 44 is the definition of the slope. So if you understand the definition of the slope, you can easily interpret it. And in the wordy question, it is very important to understand what is y and what is x representing. Okay, that is going to give you more, idea or the clarity in answering. Okay, so hope it is clear to everyone. Now let's see one more question. So here is the question. You will have to find out the equation of a line for diagonal AC. So diagonal AC is this. So again, I'm going to give you some 40 seconds. So go through the question and try to answer it. Hope last question was understood. If you have any doubts, you can type in the chat box. We can always go back and discuss. Try this, everyone. So I'm giving a clue. Equation of a line is mx plus b, where m is slope, b is y-intercept. Means where exactly line is cutting the y-axis. You have to find out equation of a line for diagonal AC. Think about it. How we can solve this. Or what can be the answer here? Try to find out slope or y-intercept value and then try to form an equation. It's not necessarily that you have to find out both slope and y-intercept. You can find out only slope and you can figure it out because all the options are having different slopes here. So with the help of slope, you can answer the question. Yes, come on. Any answers? Ahmed, Bhagya gave me the answer. Bhagya, very good. You're right. Ahmed, Malvika, Nazar. Hope I'm pronouncing your name correct, Nazar. It's Anwar or I have to pronounce it at Nazar only? Ahmed, very good. You got it right. Oh, is it? Okay, what's your name? Okay, let's solve the question. Abdul Hafiz. Okay, hi Abdul. Okay, so let's solve this question. First of all, what I have to understand here is the given diagram is a square. They told in this question, That is why we are thinking that it is a square, correct? So it is a square. So what I know about the square, I know all four sides are equal in a square. Okay, to find out the slope, I need at least 2 points on the plane. So you can answer this question in two ways. One is by finding out these coordinates of C and A. How do I find out coordinates of C and A? If you see, the A point has the same x coordinate as B point, so -2, and it has the same y coordinate as D point, so it will be -3. Similarly, C point has the same y coordinate as B point, which is 6, and same x coordinate as D, which is 7. So you can figure it out and find the slope. As I told earlier, all the options are having different slope. If you know the slope value, you can answer the question. Or else, if you don't want to calculate, you can just by looking at the diagram, you can answer the question. See, slope is what? Change in y with respect to change in x, correct? So here, if I see this side, this is change in y, that is y2 minus y1. This is change in x, x2 minus x1. So these two are in the same ratio because side will be same. Sides are same. So change in y with respect to change in x will be same. That is 1 by 1. I mean, you are going to get a slope of 1. So there is only one option with slope 1. That is D option. Directly you can answer the question. Or else finding out the coordinates will also be helpful. So if you take 6 minus of -3, which will be 6 plus 3, 7 minus of -2 will be 7 plus 2, 9 over 9, which is 1 slope. Both the way you can answer the question. Okay, so if you observe, I have been doing this elimination before I calculate anything. So please follow this elimination method, which is very, very, very helpful. It should be part of your calculation in SAT because you have to save your time in SAT. There is a time restriction. Okay, so here at Leap Scholar, we are going to teach all these strategies, elimination. There is like something called approximation. We will teach you when you have to do it, how you have to do it, on which question, how you have to, eliminate all those things. We will make you practice and we will teach them. Okay, so this is about lines on the planes. We will again continue. Before that, I would like to call Ume here. She's going to give you the details of the course, and after that, again, we'll continue the questions. There are a few more questions which are very interesting ones. Okay, so just stay tuned. Ume, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Yes.
So before we move forward to why choose Leap Scholar's SCT program, I would just like to go ahead and ask whether you're finding this masterclass helpful, whether you're learning something that you haven't learned previously, or even if you have, you're learning better tips and tricks to actually do it faster and better. So let me know in the chat box, or you can unmute and let us know if you're finding this helpful. It'll take about like 5 seconds. Okay, it's fine. So continuing with why choose Leap Scholar's ST program. So first of all, before I go on to the slides, the one thing that I'd like to mention is that, masterclass is just a glimpse of what we are trying to teach. It's not, we don't start our masterclasses with the basics of concepts. In today's class, as you would see, Nam has taken up one concept that she's trying to teach you all through, or trying to give you tips and tricks about it. But in our original classes, when we actually start with our batches, we start from the basic concepts so that you're very clear and very strong with the concepts, because SAT is a logic-based, a conceptual-based exam. So having said that, first of all, we provide customizable class timing. So we understand that your schedules can be very busy. So you can customize your class timings. You can choose a particular class timing that you would want that fits your schedule, and we'll be there for you. Second of all, we provide one-on-one sessions, right? Because you get personalized attention, which is very important sometimes, because you can ask your doubts then and there. We have one-on-one sessions, so you get that sort of attention that you would need to improve your scores in SCT, with 75 plus hours of live classes and strategy sessions. So all of our classes are going to be live, like just how right now in a masterclass, this is live. We're talking to you, we're interacting with you. It makes it better, and it also helps you further. And we have 75 plus hours of those live classes waiting for you. Moving to the next slide. Yes. So the fourth is personalized study plan. So we understand that we need to complete the syllabus of your SETs before you actually enter the exam hall, right? And to make sure that we complete the syllabus on time, we sit with the student and we make a personalized study plan so that all your concepts are clear, and as well as you have time for enough practice, right? Because that's so important. And that's why it's important that we also make a personalized study plan, and we'll make it according to your schedules, according to how well you process information or how quick you are while learning for your SETs. Fifth is unlimited doubt solving session. So even in today's class, as you can see, even though you all do not ask for particular doubts, ma'am is here to make sure that each and every concept she's trying to teach you is very, very clear, and not just the concept but also the questions she's solving, right? She's there to make sure that you all have no doubts further, and we do that in our classes as well, of course, with 10,000 plus practice questions waiting for you. So you don't have to look for questions anywhere or look for practice papers anywhere, because we provide it to you. We provide 10,000 plus practice questions, and we also home deliver prep guides for your help. So we home deliver Kaplan SET prep guide for your child, or for the parents over here, and also for the students. I'd just like to say that we give it to you, so you don't have to search for it anywhere else. Moving on further. Yes. So we provide 20 plus practice tests in addition to the 10,000 plus practice questions. So, before you actually go for your SETs, you will have practiced 10,000 questions, and you would have practiced 20 plus practice tests. So it helps, right? And all of these tests are exactly how SET question papers are. So, you give them and you realize how well you would perform in your SETs. It's a real life experience. And eighth, you also have lifetime access to all of the recordings of our classes. So although our classes are live, we also record them and upload them on the student portal. So let's just say, you're done with your syllabus, but before your SETs, you want to go back and brush up your concept. You can always do that, because the recordings will be available to you for a lifetime. And moving to the next slide. Yes. So we also have revision sessions before we finish our batches. So before you finish our course with us, we make sure that you're all brushed up with everything that you've learned, and that's why we also provide revision sessions at the very end of the course. The price for the course is mentioned on your screen. It's only at 799 dirhams. If you want conversion of this for in any other currency, we can also provide you with that, but this is a one-time offer only, and this is a discounted price. So if here's your chance to register. If any of you are interested in registering for our courses, you can type down your names in the chat box, and you can also let us know through the polls. I've just launched a poll. It basically asks you the same question: would you like to register for our SET program? And you can type in your answer. Any of the three, it'll just take like a second to click. But yes, you're not going to find the amount of facilities that we're providing and the kind of quality that we provide at LEAP. You're not going to find anywhere else in the market. We can guarantee that. And moving to the last slide, there's just one more slide left. I think. Yeah. Yes. So we also have a Leap's Discord server. So yes, we understand that Discord is basically used for gaming or for, talking to your friends and stuff. But at Leap, we also have a Discord community where you can get in touch directly with our team. You can interact with our faculties. You can also interact with your fellow students, because that helps, right? We have students globally preparing for ICTs, and talking to them will make you understand a lot of other things that go on. And we also have doubt solving sessions there. So if, let's just say, you come across any doubt in particular, you can just type it in the channels and our faculty will reply to that. And this is absolutely free, guys. So you don't need to necessarily register. This is absolutely free. And I will type down the link in the chat box shortly. Having said that, I think we can continue with our class now. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Ume. Thank you for the details. Guys, as she said, if you are interested, you can give us your name here. Or if you want more details, yes, our team will get back to you soon. So for that also, if you mention your name here, we will, give more details. Our team will get back to you. Okay. Now let's start again. So the next question is here. So this is again a question taken from previous year question paper. Okay, so here what you have to identify is, you have to identify the equation of a line. Again, you have some 40 seconds. So try it. Hope all of you remember equation of a line. Y is equal to mx plus b, where m is slope, b is y-intercept. So observe the diagram and find out which of the following can be your answer. Try to eliminate if possible. If you think any of the answers can't be your right answers, you can eliminate. Yes. Any answers? Bhagya, okay. I'll confirm your answer. Okay, what about Malvika? What do you think? You can guess it. If you don't know, you can guess it. Okay, so let's see the right answer. Malvika, can you, is it possible for you to unmute and speak? Yes, no? Okay, so let me explain. Okay, so Bhagya, can you tell me why it is A? Why do you think the answer is A?
So B will be -8.
Yes, so with that I can eliminate B option and D option, right?
Then
It
we
is
can do
intersecting. Next.
M is equal to B by 4.
M is equal to
B by 4.
B by 4. Why it is B by 4?
Because over there we can see it's 4.
Okay, so you have chosen A. So your A value is, I mean, your slope value is, you got 3 by 2. So how did you decided it is 3 by 2, not 1 by 3? Because in these two options, -2 is the B value, correct? What is the slope, Bhagya? It is change in Y with respect to change in X. So if you remember, I told you, if Y is less and X is more, okay, it will be inclined towards the X-axis. Okay, if Y is more and X is less, it will incline towards the Y-axis. So tell me, Bhagya, the line is inclined more towards Y-axis or more towards X-axis?
It's inclined towards the...
More towards which side? Y-axis or X-axis? What do you think?
Y-axis, I think.
Y-axis. So if it is inclined more towards Y-axis, means the change in Y will be more and change in X will be less. So in these two options, which option is saying like that? It is only A. C is telling the other way around. Correct? So C can't be your answer. Or else you can take 2 points, Bhagya. So there is 1 point here. Let's say this is 8,4 and another point is this 0, -8. You can even find out the slope also. Okay, so both the way you can answer the question. Yeah. So this hope, Malvika, you understood. So let's see the next question. And this is the last question. So what you all have to find out is arranging the slopes in least to greatest form. So look at the slope inclination or the direction. You all know how to identify the positive slope, negative slope. And just now I discussed what will happen if a line is inclined to y-axis, if it is inclined more towards to x-axis. So based on that, you can identify least to greatest slope. So time is running. If you don't know, you can guess it, or else I think you will be able to answer the question. It is, we have been discussing this about the direction of slope. So try it. Don't give up. Yes, Malvika, Bhagya, any answers? Least to greatest? Okay, let me announce the answer. So first of all, let us understand or revise what we have studied in the beginning about the positive and negative slope. If you are reading a line from left to right, if it is increasing, it is positive. If it is decreasing, it is negative. So if I look at the slope of line K, left to right, it is decreasing. So K is a negative slope. And L is a positive slope because it is increasing order. And P is also, L and P are positive slope. So if at all I arrange, it is going to be KLP or it can be KPL. So with this, I can eliminate few options here, which is A and B. Okay, because we are arranging least to greatest. Yes, Bhagya, correct. You are correct. Now, Bhagya, can you tell me why you have chosen D, not C? How do you think P is less than L?
Yeah, so if it's more y inclined, then it will be more and less.
Yes, more inclination towards y-axis. So more and less means the value will be bigger. Less by more means the value will be smaller. In that case, it will be more inclined to x-axis. Correct? So the P is the less slope one. L is more slope one because it is inclined towards y-axis. If it is inclined towards x-axis, we'll have a less slope whenever you're talking about positive. So that is the reason the right order of arranging these lines will be K, P, and then L. Okay, so remember, if a line is more inclined towards y-axis, we'll have a more slope. And if a line is more inclined towards x-axis, we'll have a less slope whenever you are talking about positive slope. Okay, so this is one more shortcut you can understand the point you can use and directly you can answer the question. Yes, Bhagya, very good. You're right. So C eliminated. D is my final answer. So these are the things which you need to know about, lines. There are many other, stuffs, but due to time constraint and all, I cannot discuss all. But this is just a glimpse of how we, start our class and how we'll make sure that everybody understood the basics and then move on with the SAT level questions. There also, if you observe, I have introduced some shortcuts. We did not go with a traditional method because it's going to take time, right? So that is the change, slight change in approaches we have to do it. That's what mainly we concentrate in the class. Okay. So now I would like to call Ume. So Ume, are you there? So
Yes, ma'am.
yes. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So very quickly to brief you all, at LEAP, we do not just provide, I hope I'm audible. At LEAP, we do not just
Yes.
provide SAT classes, but we also give counseling for undergraduate courses to study abroad. So the first thing we take up in the counseling is profile building, which is, I think, important because most students do not realize that your academics are going to stand for only 50% in your admission. The rest 50% depends on your extracurriculars, on your leadership skills, on sports, internships, volunteering work. All of this build your profile, and that's what the university is looking for. So at Leap, we also get help to, get you registered for internships. If you would like to do that, we also help you get into volunteering work if that's something you want to do. We also get you external courses outside of academics that do help boost your profile. We also find out which colleges are best suited for you. So if you have a particular field in mind, we also sit with you and make a list of the priority of colleges that you should look up on for your, for further pursuing your field and for your career. We also provide help with personal statements, letter of recommendations, and supplemental essays. So for all of those who do not know what personal statements are, they are basically like SOPs. Basically, universities ask you to talk about yourself so they get to know you better. But personal statements are one of the most important parts of your profile and your admission process. So we help sit with you, we brainstorm your personal statements, and we also edit your personal statements so that, it's very it's up to the mark for your admission. And we also help with the letter of recommendations. We also provide advice on scholarships, and we can also get you registered for scholarships if that's something you're interested in. And we also provide aid with financial guidance. So if abroad education is on the expensive side, and if you need it, we can help you with financial aid as well. We also provide visa assistance. What that means is basically starting from the documentation process of your visas till you finish your interviews, we will be there to help you out with it. We help with the documentation, and we also provide mock interviews so that, once or twice when you have mock interviews, you're very well prepared for your original visa interview. Having said all of that, I forgot to mention that we have a team of mentors that can guide you further. And moving to the next slide, one of the mentors that we have on our panelist is Arian. Arian Kalingo is a graduate from Harvard University herself. And of course, you all know Harvard. It's an Ivy League college. It is the top ranking college in the world. And she's also a graduate of Georgetown University. And Georgetown is ranked, I think, number 15th in global ranking. So around the globe, she is graduated from top 25 universities. So who better to guide you further for your college admissions than a Harvard graduate herself? Moving to the next slide, just to give you a glimpse of where our students have reached because of our help, we have students who have been admitted to Yale, to Wharton, to Cornell University, all three of them being Ivy League colleges and the top 7 colleges in the world. We also have students at New York University, UC San Diego, UC Berkeley, University of Michigan, Emory, Duke, Carnegie Mellon, University of Southern California. Again, all of these universities are amongst top 30 universities in the world. So you understand the kind of quality that we are trying to provide here at Leap. Having said all of that, in your chat box, I have also sent you the link of Discord community that I was talking about. It's absolutely free. You have to click on the link and you'll be able to join the community. And moving to the last slide. Yes, so this is the price for our mentorship program. We have an IB advising program specifically if you want to get registered or get admission into Ivy League colleges. This one's for you. We have global advising program, which is around the globe universities, Canadian universities, UK universities, and US universities. And we also have an elite advising program, which is going to help you shortlist your applications and help you get into your dream colleges. The price for all of them is in dirhams, which is the currency of Dubai. So the price is listed for each program on your screen. If you're interested in our SAT program or our mentorship programs, you can let us know in the chat box. You can type down your name and my team will be able to contact you further. If you all are interested at all, let us know. Yes. And what if you don't achieve your dream score, right? It's always there, like, what if I complete the course and I still don't achieve the score I want to in SATs? Well, don't worry about that. We also have a quality assurance program. We provide an extra 10 plus hours of academic training and a crash course absolutely free, even though you've completed your course with us after you've given your SAT. So if you still want to get registered, you can also book a free demo with us. So a free demo will be a one-on-one session before you actually register, so you understand how, you know, our sessions work, with a discount of 1,000 dirhams. So here's the coupon code on your screen. The website link is also mentioned, or you can directly connect with us on WhatsApp. The number for the same is written. It's +971 501 501 220. Bhagya, Maldika, if any of you are interested, you can let me know in the chat box. And yes, ma'am, you can take up the surprise.
Yeah, the last part is a surprise. As I said earlier, it's very, you know, important one and very simple thing, whoever appearing for SAT test. That is, you know, we keep getting this question from the student. What is the age limit for the SAT, you know, to write SAT? So according to College Board, there is no minimum or maximum age limit fixed by the College Board. So, but if you look at the, you know, group of students who are, you know, commonly taking this SAT is from 17 to 19 years, like, you know, during your, from starting from your 9th standard, or let's say 10th in or 11th grade. So, or in 12th grade. So that is when majority of the students will take, you know, the SAT. So basically there is no age limit, even no specific, you know, SAT exam eligibility criteria also mentioned by, you know, College Board. So you can take, and one more thing, you can take n number of times the SAT exam. There is no limit also, but it is not going to give a, you know, good impression if you take multiple times the SAT. So maximum for the second attempt, you should get your target score. So plan accordingly. If you get it in the first attempt, that's well and good. Otherwise, you can try the second attempt, but don't write it more than 2 times, but because it's not going to give a good impression on colleges. Okay, so that's about, you know, how many times I can write SAT in lifetime. It is n number of times, and there is no age limit for you know, SAT, to write SAT. So these are the main important things which you need to know about SAT. So if you people have any doubts or anything you'd like to ask Bhagya or Malvika, you can type in. Or Ume, you would like to share any details, you can.
Yes, so just a reminder, you can join our Discord by clicking on the link. And
Yes.
if you do not have any doubts, or if you do, you can ask. If you have doubts regarding your admissions or regarding SATs, now is the time to, like, you know, have a conversation about it. If not, we can end the session here. I'll wait for around like 10-20 seconds if you all have any doubt. All right, since you don't have any doubt, thank you so much for staying till the very end, guys. And thank you so much for joining in. Hope it was helpful. Hope you had a lovely session, and keep taking care of yourselves. And by the way, we have master classes every single week on Monday and Wednesday. Okay, Malvika has a question. I would like to get more details about the mentorship program. All right, Malvika, thank you so much for replying. I will let my team know. They'll call you up. Is there any particular number, Malvika, that you would want to provide, or the number of your parents, so that, you know, my team will be able to contact you?
Yeah, I'll just post it in the chat. Is that fine?
Yeah, absolutely. That's... Okay, thank you so much. My team, I think at the latest today or tomorrow, will contact you further, so you can, you know, have a conversation with them about the mentorship program. And yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for joining in. Please keep taking care of yourselves.
Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Keep
Thank you.
joining your master classes to know more. Yes.